Okay. I gotta tell you, uh, that was seriously entertaining. I mean, um, seeing the theatrics of the whole deal there. I mean, I love a good movie. Yeah, so that was very funny. I got a kick out of it. I showed it to my wife. She got a kick out of it too. And she didn't think it was as funny as I did, but I personally I appreciate I appreciate the value of good sarcasm. So um, I'm going to do something a little bit out of character for me. I usually don't respond to videos with. Hang on a second. I got a call. I usually don't respond to videos with scripture. I usually just, shoot from the hip. Um, but it's occurred to me in this particular case that I need to use some scripture. And I tell you the reason why. Because if you're going to, even in science, if you test something, you can't test it outside of the criteria that is required to make it work. Did you get that? In other words, if you're going to test an engine, a gasoline engine, you've got to put gasoline in the engine, right? If you're going to test a light bulb in science, this is science, we're talking science here, okay? If you're going to test a light bulb, you've got to administer some electricity, correct? So if you will agree with that, then indulge me for a moment while I test your engine, the engine of the question that you started, by administering the gasoline required to make it go. Ah, and unfortunately, and fortunately, or however you want to look at it, the gasoline required to make prayer work is Scripture. It's the only thing that we have to judge prayer by. So you judge. You say, you know, ask Jesus if He exists. Well, let me quote from the book of Hebrews, and this is the King James Version Bible. You can read it in any version that you want. The King James Version Bible, the book of Hebrews, the 11th chapter and the 6th verse says, "But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him." So, you're asking God if he exists without believing that he exists. And it occurs to me that you're testing an engine without gasoline. Without faith, if you come to God to ask him for something, you've got to first believe that he is God and that he rewards those that seek him. In other words, he answers those that, and notice the scripture here said, diligently seek him. So you can't, it's not really a question. You can't ask Jesus if he exists if you don't believe he exists. Now, some of you, you are going to find occasion with that, and that's fine. Remember, like I said, I'm here to discuss things. I'd be interested to know what you've got to say. Post a response. I'll get with you.